The film begins with childhood friends Dan Walker and Joe Lynch, as well as Dan's girlfriend Parker O'Neill, spending a Sunday afternoon at a New England ski resort. Dan persuades Parker to bribe the ski lift employee, Jason, in order to allow them all to ride the ski lift. The ski lift shuts down on the way up, but quickly restarts. The boys are eager to take one last lap down the mountain before heading home after spending the afternoon watching Parker tumble over herself because she can't snowboard. However, it is now nighttime, and the ski resort decides to close early due to a storm. Jason is reminded of the bribe, and his pals persuade him to let them ride the ski lift one last time. The resort is nearly abandoned at this point. Before the gang reaches the top, Jason is summoned to the boss's office and replaced by a co-worker, Rifkin. As Jason walks away, he informs Rifkin that there are just 3 skiers left and that the ski lift may be turned off. Another group of 3 skiers descends the mountain. When Rifkin notices them, he turns off the ski lift, leaving them stranded in their ski lift chair far above the ground. They are initially irritated because they believe there is another technical problem with the ski lift. However, the lights went out a few minutes later, frightening the 3 skiers. The night has arrived, and a snowstorm is on its way. After a bit, a snowcat appears, and the driver, Cody, appears to be about to notice them. Cody, however, is called back to base at the last second. After a few hours, the pals realize that no one is coming to pick them up and that they may be stuck up there all week due to the resort's weekday closure. Parker then misplaces her smoking glove. Dan realizes he has no alternative but to jump off the ski lift chair and seek assistance, as they will perish up there in the freezing cold until Friday. Dan dives off the lift onto a difficult stretch of the ski trail, breaking both of his legs. Later, a wolf approaches him and growls at him, but Parker tosses her snowboard at it, and it flees. Fearing for Dan's safety, Joe decides to climb up and traverse the ski lift wire to a chair that is closer to the ground. After a few steps, he returns to his chair, his hands slashed, and grips Parker, preventing her from viewing the horror below. Parker and Joe are terrified as a pack of wolves surrounds Dan and devours him. Parker awakens in the morning with her right hand stuck to the ski lift safety bar, which she had gripped in her dream. She rips it free painfully, losing skin in the process. She has also developed a severe case of frostbite on her face. Joe climbs up after a few hours, traverses the ski lift cable, severely cutting his hands in the process, and safely descends the ladder of a support pole 2 chairs back. At the same time, Parker's ski lift chair begins to tip as it begins to free from its supporting cable. Joe slides down the mountain on Parker's snowboard as the wolves chase him after beating them off with a ski pole. Another night has passed with no one showing up to assist Parker. She now realizes that something has happened to Joe, and the next day she attempts to jump down herself, but the bolt holding the lift chair fails, and the chair falls some 20 feet but is caught by a supporting wire. Parker leaps down from a safer height, but is hurt when the lift chair collides with her ankle. Parker then alternately slides and crawls down the mountain, pausing when she notices a blood streak in the snow and is accosted by a wolf. After assessing her, the wolf returns to the surrounding pack, which appears to be finishing up Joe's remains. Parker makes it the rest of the way down the mountain to a nearby road, completely traumatized. A car eventually emerges, and a man comes to her aid. While driving, the man contacts the hospital and reports that he spotted a female injured outside of the ski resort. Parker hears Dan say to her towards the end of the film, "You'll be fine, baby. You're going to be fine." And that's a wrap on this week's movie review. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.